So let's begin. So we're going to begin on our back. Let me just make sure I know how long we're doing here so I don't get distracted. All right, so we're going to start on our back. Lower yourself all the way down. Heels are at the end of the mat, and your arms are alongside your body. Let's just find our body on the mat, kind of wiggle back and forth, finding the small of your back connected to the mat, heels, your glutes. Let's raise our arms above our head. Put the thumbs together and give yourself a big body stretch. The heels go to the wall below. Hands around your knees and pull the knees in towards your chest. Roll side to side. And now let's bring the legs to a tabletop. So legs up, knees bent, arms up. Let's do some really quick dead bug. So left leg out, right arm back, right leg out, left arm back. Let's do about, maybe about 3 or 4 of these on each side. Just getting things going. A movement. And let's do 1 or 2 more on each side. Can hear things cracking and creaking. And bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. Let's grab our knees again, pull them in, extend the left heel to the end of the mat, and guide your right knee across your body. And take your right arm and extend it directly above your head. And we're guiding that right knee across the body with the left hand. And the left hand is gently, but with some weight, guiding the knee across the body. And let's come back to center. Pull both knees in. Extend the right heel to the end of the mat. Guide the left knee across your body with your right hand. Take your left arm and bring it above your head. And you should notice this in the upper glutes, TFL, and center. Grab those knees again. Go side to side. And then let's start to roll up. So rolling on the back, roll up to the feet, roll back, roll up to the feet, roll back, roll up to the feet. Cross the legs and come into a tabletop at the top of the mat. Spread your fingers. Roll the arms out, so you're going to externally roll so that the eye of the elbow is pointing forward. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. Uncurl your toes. And let's open the hips up. So I'm going to bring my right leg up, keeping my knee bent. Right knee goes out to the right side as high as you can and back down, trying not to dump, so you don't want to bend your elbows. Or leg up again, knee bent, knee out to the right side and back down. Let's do 1 or 2 more. And one more. Let's just go the opposite way for 2. So I'm going out to the side, back, and then back down. Extend the right foot to the end of the mat, roll over the toes, push the front of the mat away, lengthening the right leg. And just do some sawing back and forth, rolling over the toes. Lift that right leg, bring it all the way across your body, placing the right foot on the outside of the left side of the mat. Press the mat away with your hands, trying to get that heel pointing towards the sky. Maybe push the heel away while keeping your hips in the same place. Very nice. Let's bring that back in. Replace the knee next to the other knee. Raise the left leg, keep the knee bent. Left knee out to the left side, and left knee down, left knee up. So we're doing these same circles that we did on the right side. And putting your mind where you feel resistance, where you feel that sensation. Let's go out to the side and back a couple of times. One more time. And then bring the knee down. Extend the left foot to the end of the mat, roll over the toes, push the front of the mat away, lengthening the left leg. Maybe doing a little pulse back and forth. Always bringing the mind to where you feel sensation and noticing. Taking a deep breath on an exhale, raise the left leg, bring it all the way across. Exhale, bring the foot down. And bring that heel pointing towards the sky. Push the heel away if it's in your practice, keeping your hips where they are and not trying to follow your heel. And breathing, breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's lift that left leg, bring the knee back in line. You wag your tail a little bit. Let's roll over the toes, lift the knee, and push back knees and push back into down dog. And let's not worry so much about our down dog shape for right now. I'm just pedaling my feet back and forth. So I'm coming up on my toes, bringing one heel down, the other heel down. A dynamic stretch where I'm moving my knees, my calves, lengthening that Achilles, which is always a must at my age, at our age, at any age. Okay, let's spread the feet to the edges of the mat and then start to walk the hands back towards the feet. And we're going to come into a low squat. So my feet are completely on the ground. I'm not on my toes with my heels up. So wherever you are, make sure that your feet are flat on the ground. So if you need to raise your hips a little bit to do that, then that's what you need to do. But if you can lower down, put the that would be great. Put the elbows on the inside of the knee. Bring your hands to prayer and try to spread your knees as far as you can. And notice my feet are going off at an angle and my knees are tracking over my toes. So let's just pause right here as you press your knees out with your elbows. One breath, two breaths. Now, raising the right heel and coming up onto the right toes, lean into that right leg. And you'll notice a stretch in the calf and the Achilles. Come back to center, do the same on the left side. Raise the left heel, come up onto the left toes. And come back to center. Same on the right side. Maybe you go a little bit further. Come back to center, left side. Maybe you go a little bit further. One more time each side. Come back to center. Now, let's go from this squat to standing. So we're going to go all the way up and then all the way back down. Let's do one more, all the way up and all the way back down, giving some mobility to those hips and knees. Now, you can place your fingertips in front of you or keep your hands in prayer or maybe a fist. But we're going to bring the right knee down in front of us. And I'm keeping my elbow on the inside of my left knee. Bring that right knee up, replace the elbow, bring the left knee down. And let's do 3 or 4 on each side. Bringing the knee down, opening up those hips. And one more on each side. And coming to center. Now let's dump forward onto our hands and knees. You need to adjust where you are on the mat. Now, let's bring the right foot to the top of the mat, and we're in a 90-90. Bring the torso up and extend that right foot out. So I'm in a half split. Start to bend at the waist, bringing the hips back. If you want to put your hands on your hips and bend at the waist, trying to keep the back long, lengthening the hamstring. Come back up. Let's do that one more time. Leaning forward, bringing the hips back. Toes are going straight up to the sky. And come back up. Replace the foot. So we're in a 90-90. And bend the left up and grab it with your left hand. Or if it's in your practice, you can grab it with your right hand or with both hands, but bringing that left heel in towards your butt. Trying to keep your torso up straight, up tall, and then let that go. Replace the right knee next to the left knee, bring the left foot to the top of the mat. Extend the left foot straight out, straightening the left leg. Place your hands on your hips and start to lean forward. Again, your toes are pointing towards the sky. And come back up. One more time, lean forward, bring those hips back. Shoulders are down and back. And come back up. Replace the foot, so we're in our 90-90 again. Bend the right leg, grabbing the top of the foot with your right hand. Maybe your left hand goes back as well. Pulling the right heel in towards your butt. Keeping your torso tall. Stretching out the quad. And gently release that. Bring both knees next to each other. And we're almost done. Come back into our tabletop. Roll the toes under. Lift the knees, push back into down dog one more time. Pedal the feet back and forth. Now press the hips back. Knees are bent. Now start to straighten the knees, bringing the heels towards the mat. Then come up on the tiptoes, look to the top of the mat, and tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Come up slowly, chin on chest, head comes up last. Roll out the shoulders. And then turn facing the right side of or the left side of the mat and take a big step out so that we're in a triangle pose here, facing the left side of the mat. And just start to bend forward, trying to keep the back long. You can bend as low as you can go. Now just bring the hands all the way down towards the ankle. If you need to adjust your feet somewhat, take the left hand and place it on the right ankle. Do a twist to the right. And take that left hand and place it back on the left ankle. Right hand over on the left ankle. Twist to the left. Now put your hands on your hips and slowly come up. We're going to do one more thing before we're done here. I'm going to do a lunge to the left and a lunge to the right. So let's lunge to the right. Come back up, lunge to the left. Come back up, lunge to the right. Lunge to the left. And come all the way up. Heel toe all the way up to standing. And maybe do a couple of marches in place. And you're good to go. So let's put our socks on, shoes on, any other accoutrement that you need to get you through this run. I use a compression sleeve on my right calf because it helps me with my cramps. I also get to put on a patella support as well. Yay, all this stuff, right? All the stuff that I didn't need when I was 20 years old. So after you're done gearing up, head out on your run, and I will see you in approximately a half hour. You want to join me? Start out standing on the mat. At the top of the mat, let's come to mountain pose. Our hips are directly over our ankles, so feet are about hip distance apart. Let's bring our hands to prayer and just find your foundation here for a moment. And I need to keep track of my time here. So finding your breath again through your nose. Let's take the arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Touch the fingertips. Then grab your left wrist with your right hand and let's lean over to the right. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come back to center. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale over to the left side. Taking a deep breath. And exhale back to center. And bring the hands back to prayer. Exhale. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Bend the knees. Exhale into a forward fold, bending at the waist, bringing the chest towards the thighs. And let's continue all the way down so that we're on our tiptoes. And let's just do some bounces right here and go over the toes and back, over the toes and back. And trying to spread those toes out. Maybe go side to side. And giving the feet some love. And let's come back to center. And just make your way all the way back up. Chin to chest. Head comes up last. No fainting. Roll the shoulders out. And bring the hands back to prayer. So this next one, we're going to stretch out our hip and our legs, our hamstrings. So bend the left leg and keep the right leg straight. Take the right arm and place the forearm on the inside of your shin so your elbow and your knee should connect, and press the knee against your elbow, keeping the right leg straight and the hip back in space as you bring that right arm up. And go as far as you can, but noticing the right hip coming back in space and thinking about pressing the knee against the elbow on the left side. And bring that right arm down. Straighten the left knee. Bend the right and bring that right arm on the inside of the right knee. Pressing the elbow against your knee. Straightening the left leg. Bringing the left arm up in space as high as you can. Thinking about the left hip coming back. So that left hip is coming back. And let's do one more on each side. So bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Right arm comes up, bringing that right hip back in space. Maybe go a little bit higher with your arm. Bring that arm down. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. Bring the left arm up. Maybe go a little higher on this side. And bring both arms down. And slowly, slowly come all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Roll the shoulders out. Now we're at the top of our mat. Hands are in prayer. Feet are about hip distance apart. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, come up halfway. So my hands are on my shins. My shoulders are down and coming back. I'm gazing about 2 feet in front of my toes. Taking a breath. Exhale, bring the hands to the top of the mat. Extend the left leg to the back of the mat. Bring the knee to the mat, uncurl the toes, and come up into a kneeling crescent. And slight back bend, pushing the hips forward slightly. Now bring the hands to the right knee. We're going to do that same move we did in our warm-up. I'm going to bend my left leg at the knee, bringing my heel towards my butt. Grab it with my left hand and my right hand, pulling both in, lifting my chest, and pulling that heel in towards my butt, lengthening my quad. And slowly let that go. Straighten the right leg, coming into half split. And starting to bend at the waist, bringing the chest towards the knee. Again, our hips need to come back. So if you want to place your thumbs right on the tops of your pelvis, and just push back and come up. And let's do that again. One more. Bend forward. Exhale. Exhale a little deeper. Taking a breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Rebend the right leg. And replace that knee next to the other knee. Let's place both hands at the top of the mat. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees. Push back into a down dog. Pedal the feet back and forth. Not so worried about your form for your down dog here, just pedaling the feet back and forth. And let's come up on the toes. Now bring the left knee to the chest, and then bring the left foot to the top of the mat. Bring the right knee to the mat, uncurl the toes, come up into kneeling crescent on this side. Slight back bend, pushing the hips forward, tilting the pelvis back. And bring the arms down, bend the right knee, and try to grab that right foot with your right hand and your left hand if it's possible. And bring that heel in towards your butt. Shoulders back and down, chin up, so we're not coming forward, trying to bring everything back towards the center. And slowly, gently release. Straighten the left leg. Place your hands on your hips and start to bend forward at the waist, helping your hips come back. Toes pointed toward the sky. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way up. One more time. Bend forward, bringing the hips back in space. Taking a deep breath. On an exhale, maybe go just a little bit deeper. And take a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Rebend the left knee, bring the knee next to the other one, and come into our tabletop again. Let's raise the right knee, keep the knee bent, knee out to the side, and back in. Now, if you remember what this felt like when we did our yoga before the run, it should feel a little bit different. And go the opposite way. Try not to bend the elbows and dump down, and bring that knee back. Extend the right foot to the end of the mat, roll over the toes. Push the heel back in space, push the front of the mat away. Lift that right leg, bring it all the way across. Heel is pointing towards the sky. If it's in your practice, you can push the heel away, keeping your hips where they are, and noticing what you notice. And then bring that knee back in and next to the other knee. Raise the left leg, keep the knee bent, out to the side and down, up, out to the side and down, up, out to the side and down. Go the opposite way, out to the side, up, down. One more time. And then bring that knee back down next to the right knee. Extend the left foot to the end of the mat, roll over the toes. Push the front of the mat away. And lift the leg, bring it across to the right side of the mat. Push the front of the mat away with your hands so that the shoulder blades roll off your back. Maybe push the heel of that left foot back in space, keeping your hips where they are. And then bring that knee right back in. Now, this next stretch might be for some people, might not be for other people. I will give you some signposts where we can stop, but bring the knees all the way out to the edge of the mat, and your feet are directly behind your knees. So the toes are not touching in the back, they are parallel. Now start to bring your hips back and sit in between your legs. Now, if you need something to sit on, you can sit on a block if you have a yoga block, or just don't go all the way down. But if this is as far as you can go, this is a pretty good stretch right here for these hamstrings and for your hips as well. Need to move my calves out of the way. Now, if you can, if it's in your practice, and if your body's feeling good, sit all the way down and then start to lean back. So my hands are on the tops of my foot, or the edges on my toes. So my feet are inverted. So my hands are covering my toes, right in the big mound ball of my big toe. And this is pretty intense right here. So you can stay right here, or if you want to keep going back, you can come all the way back on your elbows. Now, when you get to this point, you're starting to not only stretch the quads and the tendons around the knee, but also the connectors, the pelvic connectors right here, psoas, and that TFL coming all the way from the back to the front. Now, if it's in your practice, grab your ankles and come all the way down. That's a pretty intense stretch. If your hips are tight, if your quads are tight, this is probably not in your practice. Taking a deep breath. And to get out of this, just push up on your elbows. Take one hand, put it right behind your back, and push up. And of course, we need to do a little bit of an opposite stretch. So start to lean forward into a child's pose. And then come back to all fours. Again, shaking out your legs. Let's cross the ankles, bring the knees wide, push over the ankles into a seated position. Extend the heels to the end of the mat, and we're in a forward fold. This is one of my favorite stretches. It does so much. Bend the left knee and bring the left foot on the outside of the right knee. I'm going to take my right arm and wrap it around that left knee. And then my left hand goes all the way to the back, middle of the mat. And I scooch it in towards my tailbone to keep my torso up straight like a kickstand. And then I pull the knee in towards the center, and I gaze over my left shoulder. So I was feeling a bit of a cramp down right in the inner thigh area. But I just moved my leg around a little bit, readjusted, found a new position, and came back. If you feel small cramps, Maybe you can work them out and come back to the pose. And take a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way center and then all the way over to the left. Twisting to the, all the way over to the right, twisting to the right side here. Now let's do another hip opener. Place the left ankle on top of your right knee, left hand on top of your left knee. Cradle your foot with your right hand. Gently push that knee down towards the floor as you lean forward, trying to keep your back long. Hip moves in 6 different directions. It moves forward and back, side to side, and then on the diagonal. And you have to move that hip around so that it doesn't get stuck just going one way. Let's bend the right knee. Extend the, I was talking and forgot. Extend the left heel to the end of the mat, straightening the left leg. Bend the right leg and bring the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Wrap your left arm around that knee, bringing the right hand all the way back, placing it in the center of the mat and scooching it towards your tailbone. And then pull that knee in towards center and gaze over your shoulder. Our muscles are warm from the run, from the biking, from the walking. So, you may feel totally different from when you stretched before you went on your run. Taking a deep breath, exhale, come all the way center and all the way over to the left. And then come back to center. We're going to do a couple more things. Lower yourself all the way to the mat. Head hits the mat last. Bend the knees. Grab your knees with your hands. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Roll side to side. Massage that lower back. Take your peace fingers, your first 2 fingers, index and middle, wrap them around your big toes. We're coming into happy baby. So try to bring your shoulders to the floor as you bring the soles of your feet pointing towards the ceiling. And just try to pull your feet down towards the mat. Now, if it's in your practice, you can extend one leg. So straighten the right leg, bring it back in, straighten the left leg, bring it back in. One more time on each side, straighten the right leg, bring it back in, straighten the left leg, and bring it back in. Let go of your toes, bring the soles of your feet back to the floor. Now, if you're in a studio and you do have yoga equipment, grab a block, but you don't need a block for this. In fact, I will do this without a block. But if you do have a block, place the block underneath your sacrum, right at the top of your tailbone. Hands palm down by your sides, and then bring your knees up into a tabletop, and then extend the feet towards the ceiling. And you can do this without a block. So what I do is I place my hands underneath my butt. So I'm placing them, I'm creating a triangle with my hands. So in between my hands there's a triangle. And I place that right underneath so that my tailbone is kind of in the middle of that triangle. And then bring your feet up into tabletop and extend towards the ceiling. With the block, you get a little bit more height But, you can do it without the block. It's not a necessary thing. You get a little bit more hip rise. You can also do this against the wall. So if you're near a wall, just bring your hips alongside the wall and then climb up the wall with your legs. Bring your hips alongside the wall. So my sit bones are sitting on the wall. So this is basically seated forward fold, right? But with your legs up the wall. So why are we doing this? Well, we just spent a lot of time striking with our feet, running, biking, and walking, and there's a lot of blood pooling down there. So you want to kind of bring all of that blood back in towards your heart, slow your heart down. Feet up the wall, feet up is just, it's a gift. I don't know how else to say it. It's a gift. A lot of people will do headstands and handstands to get the same thing. Maybe you're doing more with your shoulders and upper body in a headstand or arm stand, but this is the thing right here. Your legs are above your heart, your feet are above your heart, above your head. So if you're against the wall, just twist your body to one side, bringing either your left hip alongside the wall. If you're on a block, or if you have your hands underneath your sit bones, start to lower your legs and bring the soles of your feet back to the mat. Extend one heel out to the corner of the mat, the other heel out to the opposite corner. Bring your hands alongside your body, palms facing up. A quick shavasana, just to bring ourselves back into our body. Bring your mind down to your toes. Do a body scan from your toes up through your ankles, your knees, shins, knees, quads, hamstrings, glutes, hips, lower back. Notice your ribs and your lungs, up to your shoulders, out to your arms, all the way out to your fingertips. Back up to your shoulders, up your neck, to your face. Let your face muscles relax. Jaw relax. To the crown of the head. And if you felt resistance anywhere, go back, notice it. I just felt a little bit of resistance in my left foot for some reason. I noticed it and I said, there's no reason to be tense. Just fall to the side, let gravity support you. That's what I said to my foot. And bring yourself into the center of your body and where your heart is. Notice the rise and fall of your chest and your abdomen as you breathe in and breathe out. And let's bring some movement to the toes, to the feet, to the hands. Bend the knees, bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Roll over to one side or the other. Straight over your head and your bicep just for a moment. Collect yourself right here. Pause. And then slowly make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Yoga run yoga, or yoga bike yoga, or yoga walk yoga. It's a great way to kind of sandwich your movement in between some stretching. Let's bring hands to prayer, thumbs at heart center at your sternum. Bow your head and find gratitude for your ability to move. Find gratitude for your breath, for your heartbeat, for the way that the movement and the stretching makes you feel more connected, more patient, more flexible. And try to carry your yoga practice, your awareness, your presence out into the world. Find that gap before reaction. Taking a deep breath and let it go. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the mat next time.